Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday, the 21st of July. Thank you for joining me. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of today and what energy you'll be working with. The Ace of Earth, again, we had this yesterday, the Ace of Pentacles. Another Ace of Pentacles, that's fab. And the Sun, oh my goodness. And the Nine of Water. Oh, it doesn't get much better than this, seriously. So stay tuned so I can tell you the meaning of this. It is a gift from the universe in terms of your practical physical life. Being completely comfortable in your own skin, embodying the sun. Your identity is like this woman, just joy, flowers, throwing your arms up in the air, doing a twirl. And the Nine of Water is your hopes and dreams coming true. So it really does not get better than this. Yesterday, the third card was the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the universe that is not just being given out on Saturday, it's being extended here to you on Sunday. Because you have the ability to become whatever you want to be. We've got this baby deer here, little Bambi, and there are infinite possibilities. She can become whatever she wants to be. So you can create whatever it is that you can dream of, that you can think of. Anything to do with your work or in finances, anything that has to do with your daily routine, your physical appearance, the way you feel in your body. It's a different take on the Ace of Pentacles because this is about growing into your potential and growing into the type of identity that you want to have and growing into the type of place and circumstance that you want to occupy in the world. So what that implies is that you're very, very connected to your dreams and your intuition and your feelings, because on an intuitive level, you can kind of see yourself in future and you can see the idealized version of yourself in your mind's eye. And I feel it's because of the Nine of Water that you're able to do that today, because it's the watery influence that allows you to use your imagination and to really visualize the you that you want to be. So just take a moment for that. Even if you struggle with visualization today, try it out and just sit there for a moment and just close your eyes and in your mind's eye, see yourself in a year from now. Are you up on stage with loads of applause? Are you signing books in a bookshop? Are you giving out food at a shelter? Are you going to the bank and you're typing in your PIN number and you see your balance come up and it says $1 million? So what is it that's happening? And on one hand, you'll be able to notice that as soon as you close your eyes, an image comes into your mind. And once that image is there, you can add to it. You can deliberately add to it. So if you see yourself in your mind's eye, looking the most gorgeous that you've ever looked, then add that bank thing to the vision. So you can see yourself looking the best you've ever looked. Let that gorgeous creature walk into the bank, put her card in the machine and see the $1 million balance if that's something you want to manifest as well. So this is something where it's a fine line between being intuitive today and already kind of getting a sense of where you're going to be in a year from now, but also using your imagination and your creative powers to manifest where you're going to be in a year from now, because you have a lot of say over what happens. you're in the situation you're in right now because of past choices you've made. If you put that image into the universe for a year from now, or 2 years from now, 5 years from now, whatever you want, then that image takes on a life of its own, and you will start to find yourself taking action that leads you to creating that image. Because the sun is right here, and the sun is your identity. And by visualizing, you're going to create this happy, rich, wonderful, beautiful, fulfilled woman or man, that who you're going to become and how you experience life. And that is something that you have a lot of control over today. So it's a very different Ace of Earth, because you're not just being handed the opportunity to make changes, you're really being given the opportunity to make your hopes and dreams a reality and to create the persona or the life that you've always wanted to live. The Nine of Water is hopes and dreams coming true. So this person has struggled. She's been in a cave. She's been lost in this underwater world, and it's been dark, and she's been climbing around, and finally she sees light at the end of the tunnel. She sees an exit, and there's water running down. So the source of life, she can actually have a drink, and she can exit the cave and start her whole new life. Look how bright that is. Look how bright the future is. And on the other side, anything can be on that other side. It can be a snowy scene. It can be a beautiful, lush green forest. It can be the center of a city. You could come out on Old Compton Street in London, for example. Or it could be a beautiful beach, or it could be your beautiful house that you live in. It's an interesting day because it's very much about the watery side of life, and the imagination and manifestation and the intuition and psychic ability, and the unmanifest is floating around, and it's about you capturing those bubbles as they float by and choosing which idealized bubble for your life you want to grab onto. So it's like catch a dream day today. Ultimately, on a very banal, mundane level, you're going to feel great. You're going to feel good in your own skin. You're going to feel fabulous. There's lots of opportunity to do things, to go out and explore, to have a party, to have a little event, to join a little festival if someone is planning something, to dance, to be passionate, to kiss, to be romantic, to open your arms, to be grateful for the good that's in your life, to feel refreshed, to feel like there are infinite possibilities and that the world is your oyster and you can do whatever you like. But on a deeper level, there is that moment of, I'm going to close my eyes and I'm now going to plant this seed for my life as I see it in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now. And I am adding this on top of what I'm seeing, and I am going to then hand that over to the universe so that it has a life of its own, so that the person who has $1 million lives somewhere in the universe, and the universe is going to try and bring my current self and that rich person together. And it's going to do that by causing me to take actions over the next year, which I could have never imagined. So this is your day to accept the invitation from the universe that says, I want to work with you. Say, thank you. I want to work with you as well. Let's do it. It's a deal. Number-wise, we've got 19 and 1 is 20 and 9 is 29. Wow. First of all, in astrology, we've got each house has 30 degrees. Okay. And when something is at 1 degree or 29 degrees, that planet or luminary is on the cusp. And some astrologers say that then starts to take on the qualities of the next sign. So let's say your sun is at 29 degrees in Cancer. Some astrologers will say, oh, you're a little bit like a Leo because you're at the very end of Cancer. I disagree with that. When something is at 1 degree or 29 degrees, I think it's heightened because it clings on to the house it's in, and then it's like nails on a table, not letting go. And it then makes that jump into Leo, and then it's at 1 degree, and then it's really Leo. It's just my experience in life that things don't coexist. It's that each thing that wants to be an identity makes the most of what it is. So 2 and 9 is 11, and 11 is the master number of service. Oh, and the reason I told you that story about the angles means that 29 is really, really, really being that energy. So this power to manifest is really strong. This sense of identity is really powerful. Hopes and dreams and possibilities, it's really, really, really strong today. And when you add up 2 and 9, it's 11, which is the master number of service. So by manifesting, by visualizing, you are able to manifest a beautiful, positive future for yourself. And that way you are of service to yourself. And once you get to that beautiful future, you're of service to other people because one, you're in a better position, you can actually help people. And also other people will watch you and say, wow, he came from here and ended up over here. That's a really inspirational story. And if he can do it, then I can do it too. So live your best life today. Have a wonderful time. Have a ball. Be of service to people today if there's an opportunity to help someone, to support someone. But don't be naive, don't be a fool. Like I mentioned my Instagram boyfriend that I had for a couple of days the other day. It was this guy who apparently told me the story that he's a soldier and he's deployed in Syria at the moment. But weirdly, he was always on Instagram and always had time to talk to me. So I don't know how much soldiering he actually did. That was the first red flag. And we just chatted and he told me how much how handsome I was and how much he likes me and all of this stuff, and really over the top. And then we started chatting and it got personal, and he was like, oh, I have such great feelings for you and blah, 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 in a matter of days. And then on the 3rd or 4th or 5th day or something like that, by the way, can you lend me £150? No, I can't. So that's the kind of thing. That's not being of service to people. That's being ripped off, okay? So please use your common sense. If there is the potential to really help someone you love, to give them a leg up, to help them become the person they want to be, or to help them do something that's thrilling and wonderful for them, to open up an opportunity for them, absolutely. But use your common sense and, don't let someone pull the wool over your eyes just by flattery. Have a glorious day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, I use astrology, and I use numerology. The astrology chart I draw up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me. I can work out your time of birth. That then gives me a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born, and I can answer any questions you may have. Life purpose, job, perfect job for you, love, money, health, what's coming up in future, relationships, anything that's on your mind at all. So if you would like a reading, then do get in touch via the website. Have a glorious day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.